Hello, beautiful ones, and welcome to Leading from the Future, a multidimensional activation for the mission souls. I'm very happy to have you in this space tonight. I'm streaming from Costa Rica, from the jungle of Costa Rica, where I was guided to spend a couple of weeks and anchor onto this grid. Hello, everyone. Hello, Stephanie. It's so good to have you all. There are many other people joining us. Before we start, I would like just to share with you some ground rules of how we can use this space and how we can actually anchor this transmission and activation and the frequencies that we are going to share in this powerful co-creation tonight. So we can use the chat that we have in Zoom to communicate to each other, and I will be using this feature tonight in asking some questions and interacting with you. Also, today transmission and activation is going to fully be received into your heart consciousness, into your mental bodies, into your energetic bodies and light bodies. So if for some reason at some point you are feeling that you are not following the flow of words and the flow of communication, just relax and release your need to control or understand. And today we are going to be receiving transmissions that will flow through me from the Arcturian Council of Light and Sirius Council. So these transmissions are very high vibrational frequencies and light codexes that are going through you. And some of you will not be able to hold the frequency and will go into a theta wave, into a state of almost sleeping. Because some people are receiving in that state, and others will be happily and joyfully conscious and will receive the transmissions and activations in a very conscious, relaxed way. Also, what I would like to share with you tonight, this powerful transmission and activation is going to go through all layers of your being, through your mental body, physical body, energetic body, light bodies, and will trigger, many aspects within your subconscious mind, and will probably activate some subconscious patterns and programming. And I invite you all to release the need to control and to be prepared to let go of everything that is arising in this moment in time, and use this transmission and activation as an opportunity for you to release, and also for you to make more space into what is available for each and one of you as individuals and collective. Also, at some point during today's transmission, maybe you will hear me speaking light language, or maybe I will go into a trance channeling for you. I never know, because when I enter this space, I'm not preparing anything. Everything is received in the moment of speaking, and you in the moment of receiving. So everything is a trance channeling activation, and light codes that will be received through your heart consciousness. So I invite you all to open up to the possibility of everything can happen tonight in this space. And I invite you and your higher self to tune into this transmission and to fully receive and open up for receiving what is available. So with your permission and with your excitement for today's preparation, this was a little intro and a preparation, because as you probably see, my background is black and all my transmissions have a white background. And tonight I have chosen to be facing you and have the jungle behind me. And the reason for that is it is a very interesting analogy, because as leaders and as embodiment of the higher frequencies on this planet, we are going from the darkness into the light. So in today's transmission, I really wanted to bring into this space everything, the full spectrum of who we truly are and where we are emerging from, because we are always emerging from the void of nothingness into the light of our awareness, into the light of our consciousness. And some people like to stay only into the light and to not look in the depth of their being, which is behind me. And somehow I like that the universe created a space for me tonight. I'm in a retreat center called Infinite Abundance, which is an off-grid retreat center in Costa Rica that I'm experiencing. And I feel very blessed and extremely prosper and abundant being in this space, in the abundance of the jungle, because there are some powerful codes and there is a powerful energy when we are connected to the abundance of nature. Also, for the people that are joining us, I would like for all of you, if you can mute yourself, because this is a transmission that will run as a replay as well, for the ones that are not live with us in this moment now. All right. So, are you ready? Are you truly ready? If you said yes and you are in this space with me, I think many of you are truly ready for this experience. And many of you went through many initiations, challenges, activations, and you walk the path of your soul with courage and excitement. Feeling ready to receive more, feeling ready to surrender to what is available for you, feeling ready to let go of all limitations and to tap into the field of infinite possibilities. And tonight, I would love to invite you to a conversation and an activation and a transmission about New Earth leadership. And I titled this transmission Leading from the Future because I want to bring today into your awareness some elements that everyone has in their heart and soul and are deeply known in your heart consciousness, but many have lost the connection to what truly is to navigate leadership and what truly it feels to embody the values, virtues, and ethics of a true leader on this planet. And I know that many of you are influencers and thought leaders, and you are community leaders in different parts of the world. And time has come for you to embody another layer of self-mastery and self-realization, and to bring your self-actualization to the highest peaks of your awareness. Because 2022 is a very powerful transformative year. And if other years before had been prepared us to step into our leadership role, in 2022 is a time for action, is a time where we are leading forward with our sovereignty, with our authenticity, in our pure heart consciousness, where we are not surrendering anymore to those limitations and to old paradigms of existence, to everything that kept us in playing small and everything that kept us into a cocoon where we had been prepared. And I'm saying this from my own experience because I went through many trials and initiations until I have come into my full body. I descended into my physicality fully. So with no further ado, we will start by taking a journey and speaking about values, virtues, and ethics, how it is to be a true embodied New Earth leader, and why the values and the ethics are important. So if we are speaking about leadership, there are, in the third dimension, there are different paradigms and theories and styles and different ways of defining leadership. We can speak about traditional leadership or servant leadership or any other type of leadership that had been presented to us. But what is the difference between how a leader is and acts into a third dimensional consciousness, and how it is to be a New Earth leader, how it is to connect to the higher consciousness of our heart, mind, body, spirit complex. So in the third dimension, you probably know that the values or the systems that are actually collapsing, are becoming obsolete, are based on control, power, manipulation, and status and money. So these are the driving factors into defining a leader. And there is a sort of loyalty that the majority of people that are disempowered and are in codependent patterns within authority figures or leaders, the way they are seeing and embodying that frequency, is going up the roof. The loyalty towards codependency and the loyalty towards any type of way that is not taking us into the sovereignty and authenticity of our being. While we are transitioning into a more innovative state of embodied leadership, and we are transitioning into a more state of receptivity and acting from authenticity and sovereignty and independence and interdependence, and coming into the highest stream of our consciousness, having a very good ethics and morality on how we are operating into every moment of our lives. And a leader in the fifth dimensional consciousness, in the fifth dimensional realms, while is embodying these higher frequencies, is not someone that is so much influencing others, but is someone that is empowering others, is someone that is not put on the pedestal anymore, but is someone that is walking in between people. And he's one that is set as a raw example for others to embody the same level of sovereignty, authenticity, interdependence, devotion, commitment, and many other values that, unfortunately, on the third dimensional consciousness, these values don't exist. And I'm saying that because I have seen recently many spiritual teachers and fifth dimensional mentors that they are using ascension words and ascension paradigm, and they are contemplating ascension. Is not an embodied way, but they are using all these terms trying to define and position themselves as the fifth dimensional leaders. And I'm coming towards you tonight for you to understand what discernment truly is, because people don't really know. We all have and we are all going through different paths of ascension. The ascension process is very vast and is very unique from one individual to another. The soul journey is very unique because we are here to experience source through its uniqueness. But many people don't have, a broader overview and understanding of what is the difference in between leaders, and why some people are following others and are not following, people that are actually in a higher consciousness, because the path of consciousness is very unique and very diverse. And I feel like I'm coming here in front of you today just to create some clarity, direction, precision, and focus, and of course discernment of how it is to be an embodied fifth dimensional leader. And why is this important? Like, why I'm using these concepts and terms in defining leadership is because we need to move from an old paradigm where there is a lot of oppression, and to transition into a way of connecting to each other, connecting with ourselves, and connecting to the world in a way that is sustainable, in a way that is serving each and one of us, and in a way that is based on heart consciousness. Because things are going to collapse. And then when the things and the governments and everything is going to collapse, who is going to take the lead? If not each and one of you, the light workers that have been incarnated on this planet, and you have been trained for eons of lifetime embodying your gifts and talents. You had been trained for this incarnation here and now. And now is the time for you to rise. Now is the time for you to step into your full power, into your full mission, into your full embodiment, into the fullness of who you truly are in your essence. Because when that shift will come on, and will not have the shift is already happening, but major transformations and changes will happen on this planet, where will be no transition bridge anymore, will be no transitional period anymore. So we'll have no time. Then we have to step up into our full embodiment and power, and to take the lead. And when we are doing that, actually, what does it mean? This doesn't mean that you are going in front of your community or tribe or network and you start to lead them because they don't know where to go. Is you are embodying the leadership within yourself, the codexes of light that are available for you. And then by doing that, everyone is tapping into that frequency that is within them, and you are activating their embodiment. So actually only through your presence is enough, just to be in that leadership embodiment, for others to take the leadership of their own self-awareness, of their own self-consciousness, to take the leadership within themselves, because a new world can only be created through sovereignty and interdependency. And we are here to fully become the examples, or the raw, living, walking examples on this planet of how it is to be embodied. And the journey of embodiment is very profound. Many people are still, in the process of ascension, conceptualizing what I'm saying, and having different definitions and using different words. But actually, the process of embodiment is a process of initiation that is taking you through multiple initiation and challenges in your life experience, in order to actually understand who you are as a true essence and come into that space that you are claiming your true power, you are accessing, you know, the highest gifts that you have cultivated over lifetimes, you are coming into that space of connection to your higher consciousness and your true self, and there is nobody can question who you are. Nobody can question your uniqueness. Nobody can question your gifts and talents. Nobody, not even a small part of your consciousness can question your existence. You are literally tapping into a space of self-connection, self-awareness, self-realization, and self-embodiment, where you know who you are truly and fully, and you are walking this path for others to walk it with you in the same way, in equality and equanimity, and in a shared space of interdependency. And I feel it's time for each and one of us to step into that full power. And I know that is not easy. To go into that level of embodiment, it takes initiations where your physical body, an energetic body, light bodies, your mental body is challenged. And, you know, for some of us, this might, you know, we went through these processes for years. For some are years, for some are months, for some are weeks. But everyone is going through this process of acceleration, because we are here to fully be and to fully co-create from our true power and our true essence. So when it comes to the value system, this stays at the core, the foundation, the bricks. Each value is a brick that creates the foundation for a healthy leadership within and without. And once we want to create this bone marrow within ourselves, then we start to live these values. Because an authentic leader is the one that is not only, you know, has defined for himself a value system, but is embodying those, is living his system, he's living his talk. Like everything he's saying, everything he's doing, all the actions, behavior, words are aligned. And there is no discrepancy. There is no confusion. There is only clarity. And everyone that is in his space with that being understands, knows, receives with the utmost transparency. An authentic leader is the one that is very transparent in the relating and relational part with other human beings, that he's not, you know, taking roles, or he's putting masks, or he's playing roles. Many spiritual teachers and mentors on this planet, they created, you know, an image for themselves. They are not letting themselves be vulnerable. They are afraid to be seen because they don't know who they are. So they don't go as deep into the core of their being to truly understand who they truly are, in order for them to allow themselves to open to others like a flower, because there is nothing to hide. And, you know, we are becoming more and more sensitive, attuned. We are our intelligence and the body intelligence, emotional intelligence, the intelligence of our light bodies are becoming so attuned with everything that is, that nothing can be hidden anymore. Like a true leader can't hide who or he or she truly is. And if that person does, it only might work out for a short period of time. It's not sustainable long term. So I'm calling here in this co-creation, the ones that wants to step into to step into the true leadership and real leadership. And what true and real truly is a journey of that you are going to discover by taking the journey on your own. Because what is really real and true for yourself might not be true and real for the others. And this is where our uniqueness come from. This is where we have to take individual journeys of embodiment and sovereignty and alignment. And I know for many of you, this might feel, many of you might ask yourself, okay, how am I taking that journey? Where should I start? How am I going to be a true leader? How am I going to inspire others? How am I going to be an influential person? How am I going to be abundant? How am I going to create a new earth? How am I going to create new systems? How am I going to contribute in a co-creation of a new system? Where are the other leaders on this planet? Many of you might ask yourself these questions. And the answer starts with you. Instead of you to look outside and try to find those answers and to try to create the links, you know, for your mind to have an understanding and a logic understanding and about what is actually presented to you, you start within. You start by claiming who you truly are. You start to fully tap into the vastness of your gifts and talents. You start to take that inquiry deeper. You start the process of introspection and silent preparation. And I'm not saying that all of you has to go now and stay in meditation and meditate for weeks in order to get there. But I invite you to start within in order for the change to happen outside. I want you to start becoming loyal to yourself and to be such a high commitment towards your own transformation that nothing and no one can actually come in your way. Because true and authentic leadership on this planet can only be created when we are living in integrity. And people don't know what that is, you know? It's so easy to not be in integrity. It's so easy to play the game of the third dimensional world because it's comfortable. Everybody knows to play the game. Everybody's doing it, actually, unfortunately. And this is why I'm here, because I'm seeing it. And I'm guided by the Aquarian Council, the higher councils of light, that we, the ones that we have been awakened, we, the ones that we had been incarnated on this planet, we, the ones that took so many trainings, you know, on different star nations and galactic federations and other galaxies, and here on planet Earth, we, the ones that we have been embodied our light, and we have been sacrificed ourselves for many lifetimes. We are here to not fall into those realms where it's comfortable and where things might make sense. Because yes, the third dimension makes sense, and everyone is following the rules, regulation, and processes and procedures, and everyone is walking very defined paths, but many are actually doing, but few others are starting to, you know, to detach themselves. And the detachment is painful. The detachment is not something that everyone wants. This is why nobody is doing it at the scale that we should have been doing it. Because detachment means that you are actually disconnecting of the old subconscious programming, of the old templates of existence, the old paradigm. And you know, many are feeling comfortable there because it's easy. It's easy to navigate. Everything makes sense. There is a logic to it. The mind feels comfortable there. The minds will not be challenged by being in the third dimension in the way that I'm referring, because our bodies at many levels will still be in the third dimension, but our consciousness can evolve, because this is an evolution of consciousness where we are in this planet now. The ascension process is an evolution of consciousness, where by following this evolutionary process, we are evolving, our physical body evolves as well, and we are evolving as a species. But the ones that had been missioned on planet Earth to walk the path of authenticity, integrity, sovereignty, interdependency, and to carry and embody the new Earth mission templates, they are here to fully detach of the third dimensional subconscious programming and to decode within themselves all these codes, slave codes that are keeping us in an illusion, in a deep illusion. And this is not an easy process. Again, it's not for everyone, but actually it was, because everyone that signed up to be here and now, they said that I'm ready. I'm ready for this change. I'm ready to embody it. I'm ready to move through it. And then look behind me, the dark night of the soul comes in. And when that happens, we all know how challenging it can be. But I'm here to speak to the real ones. I'm here to speak to the ones that are really here to embody the highest aspect of themselves and are here to fully walk a path of integrity. So what does that mean to move from a unidimensional way of leadership to a multidimensional way of leadership? It's not only a change in the value system, in the ethics and in the foundation, but it is a change in consciousness. You know, I like when I look back into the third dimension, I see so many books that had been written about different theories of leadership and different style of leadership, and it's very interesting what's happening there. And all of them are arriving at the same conclusion in different words. And there is a limitation and there is a threshold that everything in the third dimensional way of consciousness is explored. So they can't go beyond that. And then it's so interesting because, you know, the thought leaders and the ones that are really want to make a change in the third dimension, they are looking to improve the third dimensional templates. They are not looking to actually create new fifth dimensional templates. And, you know, I don't really like to use the word templates anymore because a template implies a limitation on its own. I would like to say only the new, a new that doesn't have a beginning or an end, that can be a model which we can follow at the beginning of our integration in our fifth dimensional consciousness in our physical bodies. But it's not a template that can fit all. It's not one size fits all. And this is something that many has to be programmed within their minds and from their consciousness, because people are receiving in a different way. People are unique in its essence. We have soul blueprints that are unique. We have individual missions on this planet. We are unique individuals. So then how can a template can actually fit into a unique being? It's just a model. Only the new paradigm of existence is the model that we are, it's like a guidelines that we are following, but we are not there to fully expand. Like we are there to fully expand, not to stay into the brackets of a template. So the shift in consciousness, it's what is moving us from traditional leadership, servant leadership, charismatic leadership, or styles of being a leader into a more multidimensional way of embodying this incredible quality, essence that is within us. And you know, this is our birthright. Many are afraid to wake up in the morning and say, you know, I'm a leader, and I woke up this morning and I'm going to inspire others to be leaders, because we are here to actually inspire and we are here to co-create with each other. Many are afraid to even claim the worthiness of activating within themselves this quality, because they don't know what to do with it, because people are thinking that leadership is like, oh, I have to lead others. And there is so much responsibility and pressure that I have to put within myself that I don't even know where to start. And this is what third dimensional actually taught us. We have multiple examples in our physical realities. If we are looking to our, you know, government structures and, you know, different authority figures. And when we see that model that is continuously improved in the third dimension, we want to run away of it. And this is a very valid reaction. And then many, what I have noticed is like many people are even afraid to activate that within themselves because they don't know what to do with that quality. They don't know what to do with their power. They think that they need to lead others, but actually it's so much more to it than that. And it's so interesting, right? Because in the third dimension, leaders and the ones that are embodying this quality and are exercising their power are just a few of them. And they are not liked. They are not received by the population. So it's interesting what the third dimension actually did to the majority of the population of planet Earth. People are really running away of embodying their leadership quality. Because we know one human being that is waking up in the morning and is saying, okay, I am a leader, but I don't have a service. I don't have a product to sell. I'm not activated in my mission. I don't know what to do with that quality. They are letting go of it. And it's like, this is not for me. I'm not worthy yet because I don't know who I am. And this is a mistake. 99% of the population of this planet thinks in this way. Why do you think there is only 1% that is leading this planet in the third dimension? It's simple. The answer is truly simple and it's logic, right? So when we are moving from those type of leadership into a multidimensional shift or multidimensional embodiment is the moment when we are actually tapping into our creative power, into who we truly are in the full spectrum of our being, when we are opening up all aspects of our consciousness, when we are remembering and embodying who we truly are, and we are happy and ready to serve, and we are happy and ready to step into service fully, into mission. And people are asking, what is service? What is mission? Why do we need to have missions on this planet? Because it's fun and playful. And it's not only that. Unfortunately, we have been signed up, each and one of us, to share ourselves. What does it mean to share your uniqueness, your gifts and talents, and everything that you are here to invite others in this space, to offer to this world? And by doing that, and by coming together into our missions, into our power, into co-creation, we are creating interdependent relationships, and we are creating incredible communities of leaders that are taking inspired actions, that are bringing innovation, that are bringing quantum technology, that are creating communities, that are creating eco-villages, that are coming into the fullness of who they truly are. And this is when you get inspired. There are also many people in the third dimension that wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm just going to quit my job today, and I don't know what I'm going to do, but I trust and I'm guided, and I am completely surrendering to the guidance that I have received, and I'm going to change the world. And those are awakening super fast, because they know what they want, even if they don't know how they are going to get there fully. So multidimensional leadership is waking up to the full spectrum of who you truly are, when your consciousness is able to access multiple realities of your consciousness, where you are able to access who you truly are in your fullness. When you remember past lifetimes, when you remember present, future lifetimes, where you know that you are here to inspire others to do the same. And we are here also to navigate dimensions from the third to fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and 12th dimension and beyond. And to transcend the limitations of dimensional existence, because what is currently happening on planet Earth is only on the third dimension. Nobody is actually going more into the fourth dimensional bridge or the fifth dimensional way of existence. And the third dimension is very limited. And we, as multidimensional expressions of consciousness, we are here not only to be stuck into one reality, in one dimensional existence, we are here to fully embody ourselves in the full spectrum. And what does that mean, to embody yourself in the full spectrum? It means that you are able to operate in every dimension, every environment, every reality, and to be able to sustain yourself in all frequencies. And this is the journey of descension in your physicality. This is the journey when you are fully coming back into your physical body and you are invincible. Nobody can pierce through your field. Nobody can influence you. Nobody can actually do anything with your consciousness in its full spectrum of infinite expression. And this is a journey that actually I've been through. My journey of embodiment was incredible, and I want to share it with you. This is why I'm here in front of you, to inspire you to take the journey as I did. My journey of embodiment started when, firstly, when I started awakening, I was going very much into my upper chakras. And many years I was stayed into my third eye and into my throat, my third eye, and crown chakra, and then galactic connections that I have. And I was very sensitive. I became extremely sensitive to everything around me. I couldn't stay in, different environments. I was sensitive to foods. I was sensitive to everything. The sensitivity that I had by staying in my upper chakras was incredible, but I was extremely fine-tuned with everything. But then I was not able to operate in this physical embodiment. I was not able to relate to people. I was not able to relate to people that were in a different state of consciousness than I am. And then I was feeling that I'm judgmental and I'm not able to, people were feeling that they didn't know how to engage with me because I don't know how to engage with them. And then I had to go to multiple initiations and challenges, and I had to see reflections of my physical reality and attract in my life people that helped me actually in different circumstances to come back into my physical body and to descend. And my first challenge was my health challenge that I have had in the past 2 months, where I really felt that I'm going to transition in non-physical. But here I am in front of you, that I chose life and I chose this physical body. And after this challenge that I have had, I fully came back into the physicality. And now I'm able to operate through all timelines and dimensions. And I'm able to be here in front of you and have a conversation. I need to mute whoever is not muted. And to have a conversation and to transmit to you at all levels of your being. To transmit to you for your human self, for your higher self, for your galactic self, for all types of selves and higher selves that we have had and we have. And it was not easy. It's never easy, for where we are coming and where we are going, but it's always, a process of transformation that we are here to experience fully. So multidimensional embodiment, it takes us to the purity of who we truly are, where we are claiming ourselves fully, and there is no separation anymore. In our multidimensional expression, we can't be separated. We can't be separated of ourselves, and we can't be separated of others. The separation consciousness fully goes away, because then you are able actually in your multidimensional embodied to travel through all dimensions of life. You are able to stay at the table with people that are not awakened in the third dimension and have a meaningful conversation, while staying, like meeting new earth leaders and fifth dimensional embodied beings that are channeling quantum technology and being in that space and having meaningful experiences. Life suddenly becomes meaningful, becomes an explosion of life and colors where there is no separation anymore. Because when you are in your multidimensional embodiment, you can't separate yourself of anything. So then there is a quality of compassion, of divine love, of incredible co-creation. You start to feel the source energy flowing through you every day, because you are source and source is it. And this is not a concept anymore. You go beyond the conceptual thinking. There are so many yogis and gurus and spiritual teachers, and for thousands of years, they are speaking about oneness and transcending duality. But when you actually experience in physical form, and you are here in physical form experiencing oneness and duality and non-separation consciousness anymore, everything becomes incredible. And this is when your birthrights got fully activated, and there is no doubt of who you are. Like when you are walking on the land, you know that you are it, because the connection to your higher consciousness and everything that is there. And why is this important as a quality for the leadership of the new earth? Because what traditional leadership actually is in the third dimension implies separation consciousness. Those 3D leaders are followed because they created coercion and control and manipulation and disempowerment and codependency. And people are following them because they are actually told in different ways that they are not empowered. When a multidimensional new earth leader walks like a fully empowered being and is not comparing itself with others, it's not staying on a pedestal anymore. It doesn't look for validation anymore or for social approval. It's so interesting, right? Because when I look online and around me, and I see so many fifth dimensional mentors, they call themselves fifth dimensional mentors, but they are exercising a lot of separation with their tribes. They are putting themselves on a pedestal and they are singing a song, and then the same song is sang by their tribe. And there is a level of loyalty that is incredible because the codependency is incredible. So then you are asking yourself, is this who you want to be? Is this how you want to be led? Is this how you want to live your life? Is this how you want to actually activate your soul mission and embodiment and what you are here to do? Do you want to be, to awaken into a false third dimensional reality that is telling you that you are a fifth dimensional being when you are not? Like, many people are lying themselves. It's so funny. I'm like, I have a great laugh, to be honest. When I see people that they are saying that I embodied my fifth dimensional consciousness, and now I am like, I'm able to teach these people and those, like everything. And it's just, I have a smile on my face, and sometimes I laugh when I see these people that, and then when you tap into their field, because when you are embodied, you tap in people's field, you instantly, and you know where they are. And when other people are not seeing that, it's sad. It's like, whoa, this is happening again. That's really sad. But I'm here today, for me to create awareness and discernment, and to speak about what does it mean actually to embody fifth dimensional consciousness, and how to differentiate, because people don't have the sensitivity, the awareness. How actually people are realizing the difference? Through lived embodied experiences. If you don't took the journey, you have no chance. You are able to live it, because you can't live this from books, and nobody can teach you. You have to fully live the experience, and the experience can be lived through guidance, through the guidance of your higher self, to guidance of mentors that will put you into those quantum acceleration portals for you to take the experience. But nobody on this planet are able to fully embody fifth dimensional consciousness without taking the experience, without going deep, without going into the depth of the soul, without doing the work, whatever that work is. And I know many are running away of this. It's not for everyone. But at the beginning of the new earth, because the newer timelines are already there, and at the beginning will be 10 of us, then will be 20, then will be 30, 50, 100, 200 leaders. I want you to breathe in this. I want you to tune into your heart and soul for a second. Inhaling through your nostrils. And I want you to tell to yourself quietly into your mind that I am a leader. And then observe what's happening within yourself. Some of you will be triggered. Some of you will not feel anything. Some of you will start crying. Some of you will feel excitement and exuberation. Some of you will feel sad because you didn't claim that before. So just say, I am a new earth leader. Some of you will not believe it because your mind will say, no, you're not. Why are you telling this to yourself? Just observe that instant reaction that you receive, because this is how you understand where you are. This is how you understand if you are ready or not. And your subconscious mind never lies. Your conscious mind might lie if it has time to process the information, but the subconscious mind never lies. So I prepared some slides for you today. Let's check it out. I like to prepare something. I know my students in my trainings know that I never prepare anything for them. They're always receiving energetically, because this is a new way of learning. So we spoke about the values and ethics in the new emerging culture, and the new earth leadership, it is a new emerging culture. And when we see it as a culture, we are releasing the pressure. Then we spoke about the traditional and how it is to journey from traditional to quantum leadership. And what is the difference between a unidimensional and multidimensional leadership approach? And why is it important to shift your point of focus on the full spectrum of reality? So I want to speak a little bit more about shifting the point of focus. And what does it mean to be able to access multiple realities in the same time while being in a physical form. So your focus of attention, of your consciousness is in this moment now. But when you are awakening your higher consciousness to multiple aspects of yourself, you are able actually to shift your focus. You are able to stay with the presence and the present moment now while tapping into multiple realities that are unfolding around you in the same time, in order to observe how you are actually moving through time and space, in order for you to access and connect deeper to your consciousness, in order to create a connection to source energy, in order to flow through the depth of the quantum field. And why is this important? Because by doing that, you are actually able to access your multidimensional expression as a New Earth leader. And a New Earth leader is extremely present in his or her physical body, but in the same time, he or she is able to tap into the multitude of realities happening at the same time. And by doing that, is able to track how energy is flowing. He or she is able to understand, not to predict the future, or not to predict events. We are not here to be oracles. We are here to connect, to fully embody who we truly are. We are here to co-create with source energy in the present moment, because in future realities, everything is happening based on the potentialities that exist. But we are here to fully stay in our physicality and able to track how energy flows, because the energy is creating realities. So if we are in that moment when we can actually track how realities are created, it's absolutely incredible way of experiencing life, because then you are becoming deliberate, and a New Earth leader wants to be deliberate in his or her creation. So being fully present while awake or aware towards all multitude of realities and how energy flows through parallel time and space continuums. And we can only go there by embodying who we truly are, by taking the journey of a higher consciousness, by being connected to our physicality, but in the same time exploring the field of consciousness in its full expression. And I like that, because the New Earth leaders need to know how energy flows. And it's not, it goes a little bit beyond that intuitive feeling that we have. Many people knows how energy flows by tapping into their intuition and having a feeling that is always precise. But if we want to go a little bit deeper and actually see the frameworks of realities and how everything is coming together, and how you are actually co-creating in a very conscious way with the source energy, then you are the one tapping into the multiple point of focus. And it's not very different than, over the years for this theory, people have had different definitions. It's just how you are connecting to our expression of consciousness in your multidimensional expression. It's the kind of time, guys. It's time. It's time to move from where we are, from these third dimension, fourth dimensional lives, where we are focusing on one point, and from that point we are creating around us the vortex that we know from the Abraham Hicks, and playing into that bubble, and everything is nice, and we are manifesting each and there. It's time to move from there into a new way of actually co-creating with source energy. It's time to be aware of your everything, all the potentialities that are around you, not only as a feeling but as a knowing, where your seeing is activating, where you're able to go into the quantum field and access those realities and potentialities and co-create with those potentialities and see, okay, this is the highest potentiality, this is the highest timeline, and I jump onto it, and then I create reality from that point onwards. Then just staying in the bubble, always creating in the bubble of the vortex. It's nice, but it's time for graduation. I'm excited to teach about that. I think teachers, over like so many, 20, 30, 40 years, and even more than that, have thought about only the vortex and one point of focus. And time has come to move into the next level for our consciousness to evolve, because as when one being evolves its consciousness, the entire collective follows. Somehow we are helping the collective through our own evolution. So what does that mean? It means that the human race is evolving. So the invitation is towards the ones that are mission souls to step into that power. And this introduction today is for a program that I was inspired by the Arcturian Council of Light to create, which is called Quantum Leadership. Because I have a great desire, and I receive so many teachings and downloads to train people of how to get into these multiple points of focus and to embody their multidimensionality, to embody a beautiful set of values, to know what ethics is, okay? Because people don't know what morality is anymore. To step into their sovereignty, to create from abundance, to decode and deprogram all the scarcity and slave codes, and to step into the full abundance where everyone is creating deliberately for sharing with others, for manifesting new earth realities, for coming together fully in our missions, for offering our gifts and talents, for reciprocating the energy, for coming out from all templates of scarcity and lack and moving into abundance and co-creation. And many of you are ready for this. Many of you are really ready to step into the depth of your being. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Because I have done a lot of energetic work and quantum work before this transmission to happen. And you know what I did in those quantum work that when I called soul in, I said, I only want in this transmission the ones that are really ready to receive these codes and are really called by their souls to be able to step into the new earth leadership embodiment. And the ones that they already have been presented themselves, they already started to have their own little bubbles where they are serving. And now it's time to break through that and expand to the planetary and global level. Because the new earth has to be created by the ones that are fully embodied. We can't create new earth with the ones that are, still conceptualizing awareness, or are still playing the game in the third dimension, or are still doing other things that are not in alignment. So going back to the beautiful slides that I have created for you, I would love to take you now through a little journey. And to explore. I want to open a field with you where we'd like to explore some activations about New Earth leadership. And there will be two activations that are going to happen tonight, because this is how I'm guided. The first activation will be done with the Arcturian Council of Light that will stream consciously through me and take you through a interdimensional grid, because the Arcturian Council really like to take people on interdimensional spaces in order for you to access the new earth, fifth dimensional realities. And the second activation will be done by the Sirius Council of Light that is very present in my existence since the last transformational journey that I have been through. And they would like to do a Stargate activation of your heart consciousness and the quantum activation of your highest timeline, where you'll meet your future self. So I'm really excited to be co-creating with these two beautiful galactic councils that had been my guides for a long time now. And they are in this space to invite you to receive yourself and to be able to tap into that grid of infinite expanded awareness where you'll find more answers. And more answers will not lead to more questions, but you will be able to rest into that peace and into the rest of who you are, and to receive more of who you are tonight than you have received in the past years. And this is important because even if you are ready or not now to step into the full leadership of who you truly are, at least tonight you are going to be receiving through these two transmissions and activations the pathway towards that. So if you are not on the path, you will be placed on the path tonight. And this is serving at the highest from my side. So before we step and we go into that space, I would like to just give you 1 minute or maybe 30 seconds to drink some water because water is very important and is so conducive for all the transmissions and activations that we are receiving from the higher councils of light, and is really helping us to integrate. So just drink a little bit of water, and I will do the same. And I love you, Stephanie. Someone's telling me that he loves me. I love you as well, Stephanie. I love you all. Sharing the divine love within the field of co-creation, of the magnificence of who we truly are. This is why we are, to be sharing love. All right, and now I invite you to come into a space of receiving, and we'll start with a guided meditation, and I will let the Arcturian Council to come and flow through me the energies that wants to be flow and express the way it wants to be expressed tonight. So if I start speaking light language, or I use sound frequencies, or we go into a space of trans-channeling, just be able to receive whatever is wants to come through me tonight. All right. Well, beautiful ones, make yourself comfortable. If you are sitting, maybe you lay down somewhere. And if you still want to sit, just don't stand, don't drive vehicles. And I invite you now to gently close your eyes and bring your awareness to your breathing, to this beautiful way of receiving prana, life force energy, chi, into your physicality. Inhale through your nostrils and out through your mouth. And let everything that is not serving you to be released now from your physical body, from your emotional body and mental bodies. And now I invite this space to join us, Council of Light from Arcturus, Council of Light from Sirius, Pleiadian Constellation, 7 Stars, Maya, Vega Constellation, Lyra, Andromeda, Galactic Federation, and Star Nations. Interdimensional Civilizations of Light, Councils of Lemuria and Atlantis, Angelic Realm, Archangel Michael, Raphael, Uriel, Metatron, Zadkiel, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, Isis, Kutumi, please join us in this space and create a vortex of light all around us. For the ones that are live today and for the ones that are going to enter this space, watching the replay, create a vortex of light, all souls that have been called to watch this transmission through all timelines and dimensions from past and future timelines. Not only high vibrational frequencies to be connecting to us now and to flow into this space of co-creation, letting ourselves fully receive at all levels of our consciousness, at all levels of our embodiment in this reality, in this timeline and other timelines. All versions of self that are ready to receive this activation today, we are opening the space for that. As we know, we are always moving through time and space, and we are always merging with parallel versions of self, where we are embodying aspects that other versions of self are experiencing simultaneously towards time and space. So we are inviting all aspects of our consciousness through all embodiments to receive this transmission today. And I ask permission from the spirits of this land where I reside, one Arcturian frequency in the core of the earth. And I ask permission from the Higher Council, Galactic Federation, Star Nations to receive the codes from the Arcturian Council through all vortexes of light on planet Earth where beautiful beings that are watching this transmission are located. Let's activate Mother Earth and the crystalline grids of this planet through our presence. And as you are continuing breathing through your nostrils and out through your mouth, invite now prana life force energy into your heart. With each breath you are taking in, just let your heart open more and more. Let your heart expand more and more. And now with your permission, your higher self permissions, I activate your column of ascensions for each and one of you, golden crystalline light energy from the galactic sun, flowing down through the gateway of our sun, through the atmosphere of the earth until it's reaching your galactic star portal. And let this beautiful golden light now flow through your soul star portal, your higher self portal. Let it flow down through your crown chakra, into your third eye and pineal gland, opening and activating your pineal gland now. And let this golden light now go through your throat, activating your heart consciousness, all level layers of and dimensions of your heart now. And let this golden light go through your solar plexus, your sacral root, down onto your legs, knees, and feet. And at the sole of the feet, see the golden light traveling down through the layers of the earth, through the layers of the fifth dimensional new earth, and going down until it's meeting the crystal core of planet Earth. And let this golden light from the gray central sun that is flowing through your body now to anchor into the core of planet Earth and anchoring you into the core of Earth for you to be able to receive and easily integrate today's codes and teachings in a way that can be effortlessly for your body. And let you this golden light now to go through each cell of your being, through organs, blood, bones, the space between the atoms, infusing your physical body with this golden light energy and increasing the temperature of your body, warming it up from inside out, giving it a nice warm healing to and nurturing to your organs, to your skeletal system. And from here, let the golden light expand into your aura, which is an egg-shaped form 1 meter around you, activating your emotional body and bringing a nurturing energy to your emotional body, letting your emotions and feelings relax and letting them be acknowledged, letting them be seen and fully accepted in full resonance and love of your being. And now from this space, see this golden light moving into your light bodies, 5 meters all around you, front and back, left and right, piercing through everything that is matter, going through the ceiling, the floors, the furniture that is in your room, and shifting the frequency of your environment to match the frequency of your light bodies, the frequency of this physical body that is now rising its light quotient higher. And as you are in your beautiful individual column of ascensions, I now invite the Arcturian Council of Light to join us in this space. And their presence is everywhere with us now, with you now. And as they are joining us, the Arcturian Council is coming with this beautiful turquoise grid of light that is placing on top of our nervous system grid. So they are plugging a beautiful turquoise grid to our nervous system and to our electrical bodies. And by doing that, you will receive, and you might feel in your physicality, tingling sensation in your body, or you might feel cold or hot, or sensation of movement. Or spikes of energy flowing through your spine. As this reconnection of this high vibrational grid to your nervous system is triggering a body sensation for readjusting to your unique map of your nervous system. And receive this high vibrational grid let it merge and integrate with your nervous system. Don't see it as an outside device or technology that is placed on you, but let it merge with yourself. Because this system is also going to upgrade the neurological pathways in your gut, in your heart, in your mind. And if there are any missing links, it's going to provide healing and reconnection. And now the Arcturian Council of Light would like to gently spin your Merkaba. So what that means, it means that the part of your light body will be activated and spin in a clockwise. The upper part is clockwise, the lower part is anti-clockwise. And the reason of this small activation of your Merkaba, so it's the first version of your Merkaba you have in your body that normally spins when the bioelectrical energy is flowing through you. So through this activation of the first Merkaba layer, this will facilitate the integration of the turquoise grid more into your nervous system and your electrical body. And the Merkaba spin will activate your heart consciousness, the electromagnetic field around your heart. So just let yourself surrender to this process. You don't need to understand what is going on, just receive it. And just release the layers of control and release any fears in case you have physical body sensations now. So this turquoise grid of light is an interdimensional grid that now is fully placing our consciousness in between the fourth and fifth dimension. So many of you are still in the third dimension. And this grid is helping us to be on the fourth dimensional bridge while accessing the fifth dimensional consciousness. And the reason we are placed in between dimensions is because this space offers the highest potentialities for time travel and for accessing within the quantum field different realities that are not in the sphere, are not in the frequency bandwidth of the third dimension. All right, so as you are staying there, the Arcturian Council now will take you through a journey through time and space and connect you to the fifth dimensional New Earth realities. So I will use some frequency for this shift in your consciousness to happen, following the flow, energetic flow of the Arcturian Council to access the fifth dimensional New Earth realities. Itu akaru asutura natea lora nakayo. Ito naraya sanatora. Ito rahata ya konatera lorena kaya to. Ito sanato la akayona eta. Irona atona era etara. Ira terra aya gaya ora. Ita isa ro ayotu. Ito korena ero sene ata. Itorana oka, itsa ayo. Ito satona rayakotena lara natsona akat. Ihatona karo ita sonana ayo ana ata. Now let yourself go. Fully surrender and connect to your third eye now. Intend to open the portal of your third eye within the quantum realities of where consciousness resides now. And as you do so, the Arcturian Council is taking you through timelines and dimensions. Is going and taking you through a wormhole, accessing new Earth parallel timelines. And as you are seeing the full spectrum of parallel realities of new Earth, they are guiding you towards one particular reality. So see yourself accessing that reality now. Your grid that is merged within your nervous system will be now plugged into the grid of this new Earth reality that you had been guided to. While this connection and grids are happening, you will feel in your physical body another layer being connected to your nervous system and your electrical body. So if you feel more impulses of light streaming through you, just relax even deeper, because you are now connected to a higher dimensional, fifth dimensional grid of the new Earth. And let that flow through the electromagnetic impulses of your body. Let that fully activate your light bodies as well. And as you are plugging now into this new Earth fifth dimensional grid, receive through your physical body the life force energy from this grid, from this planet, seeing how you are breathing the air on that planet, drinking the water, connecting to the elements, connecting to the high vibrational beings that are residing on that planet. Plug fully and completely into the grid and absorb and receive in your physicality the mana, the life force energy, the chi that is sustaining the consciousness of that fifth dimensional grid. Take it all into your body. So the Arcturian Council is asking us to receive this life force energy chi to rejuvenate and rewrite within our nervous system and within the patterns of our electrical body, how we are actually relating and connected to different grids. And this will be a reference within your physical body, energetic body of light bodies of the highest grid that you can access, your consciousness can access now. So yourself, by receiving this substance, this liquid light that is going through your body, that is hydrating, rejuvenating, oxygenating your body, receiving the consciousness of it in its full levels of your being, you are actually creating your reference point that is imprinted in each cell of your being of how does that feel to connect to a higher, more higher vibrational grid of another planet, which is Earth, than this one. So receive this 40% now. They are scanning the group and they are showing me the percentage of how much the group can receive this source energy, this prana, this chi, that the way I see it flowing through your body is like a substance, like liquid, like water. 65%. 80%. Many of you will feel the need to drink a lot of water after this activation. That's okay. And the beauty of it is that the codes that are now received into your electrical impulses of your body, imprinted it in each cell. So actually it's going within the space, the source space, the electric space of your cells, is going to amplify and change the quality of the water that you are drinking. And they are doing this into my body as well, because they like this change to happen in me as well. 95%. 100%. Beautiful. Now they are ready to take you on the land for you to feel the elements of this reality. So see yourself now being placed, individually placed in different parts of what that world is. Don't be afraid, because you are all connected. So you are not going to lose the group, or you are not going to lose yourself. So see yourself walking your feet onto that ground and tune into how does it feel? how the earth feels underneath the feet of that particular planet. What is the color? What is the texture? What is the feeling that you are receiving into your heart through the intelligence of the nerves at the sole of your feet? Let that information now be sent to your brain, to your mind, and translate that into words, into feelings, into an experience. Now, as you are approaching and walking on that land, touch a tree or a plant or another human being that resides, or embrace another human being, or embrace an animal, or connect to the mineral kingdom. Make contact with any living consciousness on that planet and receive the information of how does that feel into your hands, like receive the information through your hands. What is the texture? What is the feeling? What is the sensation? Now activate your all other senses. Breathe the air. Inhale the air of that planet into your lungs. Let it go into the ramifications of your lungs, into the nerves and the ramifications of your lungs now. What is the quality of the air you are taking in? And now I don't want you to open your eyes. I want you to use your third eye, to look through your third eye and to activate this vision within yourself. How are you experiencing this planet Earth through your third eye? Your eyes, your physical eyes are so limited. They will not be able in the future to see as much as your third eye. So we start to activate our inner vision more and more. So how does it feel to use your third eye, and what do you see through your third eye? And once you make contact with all elements, with air, with the water that you received, with earth, now I invite you to connect to the element of fire through the sun that is beamed, the rays of the sun that are coming onto you from this planet. So receive the fire energy from the sun. And now I want you to connect to the space. Have a feeling of how the space feels around you. It feels crowded, or does it feel spacious? Do you feel like expansive? And there are elements that don't exist on planet Earth that exist on this planet. And I want you to at least to receive two elements. There are two elements that don't exist on planet Earth that will come towards you, and receive them. Two other elements can be gas, can be liquid crystals, light, can be different. I would like to not express for you in words, to not give you an indication of these two elements, but receive them through your heart as a feeling. And now as you are walking on this earth, I want you to see how you are embodying the new earth leadership, sovereign qualities within yourself. And while you walk, you are meeting other leaders. You are meeting other human beings that resides on this planet. Some of you might be known to you. Some of you are people that you don't know. And I want you to look into your eyes and make contact with them. Look into their eyes. And receive them, receive their transmission, receive their embodiment, receive their sovereignty, receive who they truly are, receive their journeys, and see how they are welcoming you, that you are now in the same frequency reality with them, that you took the journey, that you are here and now, that you went through this portal and initiation with the Arcturian Council of Light, you connected to the grid of this planet to arrive in this place where they are welcoming you. And let yourself be fully received by these beings. Let yourself feel the satisfaction within your heart that you took the journey. Let yourself acknowledge within yourself your being. Let yourself be overwhelmed by that love and kindness that you are receiving unconditionally. Let yourself be overwhelmed at the abundance that exists within you and outside of you as a representation through these beings, through the abundance that exists. Let yourself feel the freedom that is available for you, within you and without you. Let yourself fully feel how it is to be in this time-space reality, in the fifth dimensional new earth, time-space of existence, on this plane of existence. How does it feel to be there? And now, let the Arcturian Council join this new earth leadership group that you are part of now. Let them come towards you. Let them make contact with you. And see yourself sitting at a round table with all these humans and non-physical beings. Everyone is staying at the same table. And see yourself exchanging information and data through your heart consciousness and your third eye consciousness. Greeting yourself in more other ways, in a more advanced way than words. There are no words exchanged at this table. And now receive from yourself and other leaders that are on sitting with you, what is the message? What is the teaching? What is the advice? What is the gift that you are receiving at this table that you need to carry within your heart and soul when you are going back with the Arcturian Council through the portal of time and space? What is that you have to bring back to the world? So receive that message, receive that teaching, receive that advice, receive that image, receive that empowerment, receive that gift. And even if you feel overwhelmed by the nature of the gift, even if you feel that tears are flowing down, let yourself receive, no matter what state of emotional state you are, just receive. What is that you need to bring back with you and share with the world as a new world leader? And take that gift into your heart. Take that gift into your third eye. May you remember this conversation. May you remember this feeling. May you remember who you truly are. May you remember the qualities that you are embodying. May you remember this moment. And now, see the Arcturian Council coming and asking each and one of you to approach them and to follow them through a portal of light in time and space, traveling back through timelines and dimensions into the fourth dimensional bridge where you are placed now, where your consciousness is placed now, where your bodies will strive and thrive to follow it. And let them now place you back, place your consciousness, place your everything, this experience that you have received into your physical body. Let them help you recalibrate back into your physical body now. So they are disconnecting now the grid of the fifth dimensional new earth reality that you've been traveled to. And as your consciousness is coming back into your physical body, they are still keeping the interdimensional grid that's connected to your nervous system until your consciousness is fully back. So some of you are like 60%. Bring your consciousness back, 75% for the group. 98%, 100%. Now they are disconnecting the interdimensional grid of your nervous system. You'll feel your body more lighter than before, way more lighter than before, while your consciousness is fully embodied. And now place your right hand on top of your heart and the left on top of the right. Make connection to your heart now. Feel your physical body. Move your fingers, your toes. And whenever you are ready in your own rhythm and time, come fully back in this present moment now and gently open up your eyes. And welcome back. So I would like to, once you are all coming back, the ones that are already back, just write me one word in the messenger group. How do you feel? Because I just want to take the pulse of the group to see if you are able to receive one more activation from the Sirius Council. So let me know how you feel and be honest and drink some water. Relaxed, blissful, lightful. Lighter, lighter, loved. I jump timelines, expanded, spacious, relaxed, deep, golden, expanded. I fell asleep, yes, dizzy, love, receptive. Very beautiful experience, fully present, aware. Yes, some of you fell asleep. That's okay, guys, because I knew that some of you received in a dream state or subconscious state. Soft, lighter, and expansive. Okay. Support it. You merge with your soul. Yes, amazing. You are ready. Someone is ready for the Syrian family. Yay! I love that. I love you guys. Yes, I'm ready to. Okay, so before we continue with the second activation, I would like to just bring some words of integration to what just happened here with the Arcturian Council of Light. Some of you will feel the call to watch this transmission and this particular activation for a couple of times, especially the ones that were not able to activate their third eye straight away. There are different ways you can access and integrate this transmission. Firstly, to go and ground. It's important to drink loads of water, but also it's important to walk in nature tomorrow barefoot if you have the opportunity. And if you don't have, make the opportunity to do that. Also, it's important to take some time and space after this transmission for integration to meditate, because many of you will receive messages and you'll be guided in different ways. Like the guidance that will stream through you will be more precise. So the more you are creating a space when you are receiving that guidance will be extremely helpful. And the more you are listening to this activation, especially the transmission with the Arcturian Council and the Sirius Council, the more you are going to embody the newer leadership aspect of yourself, which is unique from one another. And, some of you might experience a purge after these activations or transmissions. It will probably happen in the next days to a week. And the integration of today will happen in the next 2 weeks, 14 days. So take your time, because this is a big quantum jump and quantum shift. And if you let yourself to actually integrate, you will see the changes in your reality, and you will start to take those inspired actions, and you'll be placed into more and more, especially in the second activation when we do a placement with the Sirius Council into your highest timeline of your mission. So there is a reason why these activations had been paced one after another, and why I'm giving you 2 instead of 1. Normally I'm just doing an activation because these councils are co-creating with me, and they really want to activate the newer leaders on this planet in the next months. it's a very powerful directive, and I'm surrendering. I'm like fully surrendered to where they want me to be placed and how I'm actually working with people. So yay, drink some more water, and let's jump into the second activation. And then I would like to have give you more tips and tricks. I don't really like the word tricks, maybe tips or maybe advices on how to integrate this second activation. Okay, ready? Are you ready? I'm sure you are. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So let's go back. Close your eyes, because closing your eyes is the way you are receiving, through your third eye. All right. So gently close your eyes. And I want you to take a couple of deep breaths into your heart. Let's awaken a little bit your body. Let's rejuvenate a little bit your body. Let's move a little bit your body. So inhale to your nostrils, deeply, deeply, deeply into your heart and lungs, and exhale. And let's do 2 more times. Inhale to your nostrils, and outside exhale. And 1 more time, inhale to your nostrils, and outside exhale. Yes. Now, as your calm of ascensions are fully activated, then you are still in this stream of receiving very peacefully. I want you to bring your awareness at the back of your heart and between your shoulder blades. And feel that space in between your shoulder blades. When was the last time that you tuned into that space? Some of you might feel tension, discomfort. Some of you might not feel anything. But just tune into that space. And I want you now to breathe with your intention through the back of your heart. Just see that, or imagine that you have a vortex of light at the back of your heart that helps you bring chi, life force, and prana. So bring through the back of your heart into your lungs, and exhale. And now connect deeper to that space. And once you are doing that, I want you to imagine that a beautiful blue royal light from Sirius B is descending from heavens, from Sirius, down onto the earth, down through your upper chakras. And it's going through the last vertebra of your spine that connects the spine with your skull, and going down very slowly, this beautiful royal blue energy, vertebra by vertebra, until it's reaching the back of your heart. And when it's reaching the back of your heart, just see this beautiful blue light expanding in between your shoulder blades. And from that expansion, let your angel wings unfold. Let your angel wings, the beautiful white feathers of light, crystalline blue, spread, opening up the space in between your shoulder blades, making more space through this unfolding, through this opening, through this stretch of your wings. And let the Sirius light now to turn your wings in beautiful royal blue, light blue light, starlight energy. And as you are doing this action of connecting to your angelic self, I want you to call now your Christ consciousness, the beautiful Christed self flowing through you, like a higher self aspect flowing through you from heavens, from the higher realms, from the angelic realms, from the 12th dimension into your body. And as you are merging with this aspect of your higher self, receive this energy of Christ consciousness in each cell of your being. Knowing that you are able, through the portal of your higher self that is located above your crown chakra, to always connect this aspect of yourself, to always call it in every morning, every day, every evening. Connect to this aspect and spread your wings and let yourself fully activate the Christ consciousness within. That is actually helping the integration of the photonic light energy in your crystalline light body and in the crystals within your DNA that are always changing and transforming. So inhale to your nostrils. Make more space. And as you are embodying this angelic aspect, Christic aspect, turn your awareness, move your attention and focus at the front of your heart. And the center chamber of your heart, the blue light is emerging from the back of your heart into the front, where you see a central chamber with a threefold flame, a golden flame, a blue flame from Sirius, and a pink flame. And let this Sirius blue flame emerge from these threefold flames and fully beam out from the front of your heart. Project this energy outside of the front of your heart, 5 meters in front of you, opening up a portal of your own heart consciousness, opening up a stargate. See this beautiful blue royal light from Sirius, how it's flowing from the center of Sirius through the upper atmosphere of the earth, through your upper chakras, into your spine and the back of your heart, through the central chamber of your heart, expanding out 5 meters all around you and creating this vortex of light, this portal, this stargate. And this stargate energy is moving clockwise and is raising its diameter more and more. And let this diameter of the stargate opening up and see through the stargate the multiverses of existence, galaxies, constellations, different star planets. See the magnitude of the universe that is beamed from your heart, from the central chamber of your heart. Connect to the abundance that is in the universe. Connect to so many systems. There is so much life through all galaxies and constellations. And now, as you are looking at that portal, there is so much excitement into your heart, into your soul, to move through the portal. You want to go explore what is beyond that. You want to go and access all multiverses of existence within yourself. You want to go to meet other beings of light, to connect to the Sirius version of yourself or any other Star Nation version of yourself, to awaken that aspect within you. And now, as you are spreading your wings, I invite you now to use your wings to fly through this portal now. So move through this portal. Let yourself fly in time and space, in the vastness of the universe. And as you are doing so, feel the excitement, feel the happiness and joy, feel the curiosity of exploring a space, feeling home in that space, in that universe, without having a precise location of your destination. Feeling at home within the journey of discovering, feeling at home within the magnitude and vastness of space. And as you are flying with your beautiful Sirius wings in these multiverses of existence, I want you to see now around you, different timelines that are unfolding in front of you. And these are timelines of your lifetime on Earth. And there are timelines of your past, of your present, of your future. See these timelines that are unfolding in front of you. There is a reason that each and one of you will receive the images of different timelines. Some for you will be the past, for some of you will be the present, for some of you will be future timelines that you didn't experience yet. But let those images, as you are flying through the universe, be seen onto the screens of the galaxies and onto the screen of the vast space. And connect to all those frequencies that are shown to you, all those aspects, all those images. Even if they are good or bad, receive them. There is a reason why your higher self and your consciousness, your higher aspect of self, is bringing those images to you. There is an encoded message there. There is a lesson. There is finally an embodiment. There is something that you had to go through, or something that you experience as the most magical, happy experience of your life. Receive that moment. And with that moment into your heart now, that being the catalyst point of your transformation, that being a moment that changed your life forever, that being a decision that creating incredible timelines for you, that being a moment where you are at the crossroads, or that you didn't know where to go, a moment that you'll never regret, no matter how it's unfolded. That from that moment now, expand towards future timelines, expand towards multiple, infinite timelines of your future. And as you are doing this expansion, see those realities in front of you as strings of light, as multiple pathways, like a matrix of light that is unfolding in front of you. And see these highways as golden highways everywhere. And you might feel that there are so many of them. As I see for some of you, there are so many. And you might feel, whoa, what is the one that I have to choose? If I'm in a position to choose, how am I going to tune into the highest of the highest of the highest timeline of my mission, of my embodiment, of my leadership, of my sovereignty, of my devotion to my service, into the highest timeline of abundance, prosperity. And as you are looking to that magnitude, to that infinite timelines, there is one timeline that is showing up for you in a different way, that is highlighted for you in a different way, that is having a different color, one that stays and all others dissolve or disappear. And I want you now to tune into that timeline and receive its frequency into your heart. Receive the frequency before you jump into that timeline into your heart. This is the timeline of the highest unfolding of your mission, of your service, of the abundance, of everything that you wanted to experience in physical form through this incarnation. And how does it feel into your heart when you know that you are going to access it? I want you to receive the excitement, the happiness, the joy. Receive the love, receive the reward, receive the blessing. Receive the depth of it. Receive the happiness. And if you are not able to feel the feelings of excitement and joy because you have gone through so many experiences in this life that doesn't allow you to feel these feelings, I want you to just receive its color. If the feelings are not available, receive its image, a different representation that is different for everyone. And now here you are, hovering above this timeline, hovering above this reality, one future reality of your expanded self. And as you are hovering and flying above it, I want you to have the courage now to fully jump onto it. Just see your wings unfolding and see yourself jumping onto it, like a quantum jump, like a physical jump onto it. And see yourself flowing into that reality. See your consciousness going into that future version of self now. See yourself going into the physical body of your chosen timeline of yourself. See how this beautiful consciousness that is entering the body is merging with the consciousness of the version of self that welcomed you. And as you are going into this new version of self, feel your physical body. Look into the mirror. Who are you in this future self? How do you look? What is the light in your eye? How does it feel to be in this body? How does it feel to connect at deeper levels when your consciousness is flowing in this new version of your physicality? How does it feel to walk and to feel the earth underneath your feet? Observe your body position. How do you walk now? How do you feel now? How do you feel in this future version of self in the highest timeline of your mission, embodying abundance, embodying prosperity, embodying sovereignty, embodying independence, embodying devotion, embodying commitment, embodying self-awareness, embodying self-realization, embodying self-awareness, embodying authenticity, divine love, compassion. How does it feel to walk, to be in this embodiment? Introduce yourself to yourself. Look in the mirror and introduce yourself to this new version that you are now. Are you ready to fully reside in this embodiment? Are you ready to receive everything that you ever wanted? Are you ready to walk and be in a reality of receiving the highest levels of abundance, of service, of love, of connection, of community, of tribe, of co-creation, of inspiration, of creativity? Are you ready? How does it feel to be ready for this? How does it feel to already have lived this? How does it feel to enter your new home? To drive your new car or your new spaceship? How does it feel to meet with others, other leaders? How does it feel to come together in unity and oneness? How does it feel to have the financial resources to create your dreams? How does it feel to speak to thousands of people and receive your uniqueness? How does it feel to serve one person that will change the world? How does it feel to not be at the forefront of systems that are not valuing you, but to be at the forefront of co-creation and deliberate ascension? How does it feel when you are valued, when you are received, when you are loved, when you are seen? How does it feel when the words that you wrote in the books that you published are read by millions of people on this planet and receiving codes and activations? How does it feel when the painting that you paint, it's activating through its colors and shape and forms others? How does it feel when you are cooking the most amazing food and sharing with others and they are receiving through the taste and of their mouth and all other senses? How does it feel when your voice is heard and the words are piercing through all layers of mind and constructs are vanishing and disappearing as they are receiving the energy and the love of who you are? How does it feel to be embodied awareness? How does it feel to be divine love embodied? How does it feel to be in compassion and walk as compassion, breathe as compassion? How does it feel to live in reciprocity and kindness? How does it feel to be yourself? How does it feel to be yourself? And take a couple of seconds in this linear time and as much time as you need into this new embodiment to feel your reality, to see it, feel it, receive it, accept it, allow it, embody. When your future self is you now. So now I invite you all to stay here in this reality. We are not going back. There is no turning back. We didn't let any breadcrumbs behind us. We can't go back. We are here. And all of you will stay in this reality. And you are embodying this abundance, prosperity, expansion, evolution, growth, happiness, joy, bliss, co-creation, inspiration, divine connection, divine certainty, divine knowing, divine synchronicities, divine alignment. And now place your right hand on top of your heart, the left on top of the right. And let yourself now receive a beautiful embrace from the Sirius Council, as they want you to know that you are amazing and you have done an incredible work today. Sending you their love, and appreciation for having the courage to not go back, for staying in this here and now, in this version of you that you chose, knowing that it's okay a change to happen. It's okay for you to quantum jump. This is normal in many other realities dimensions. It's okay to step into that timeline where this quantum shift is a reality. It's okay to be the change now. So whenever you are ready, and if you are not ready yet, just stay there. Let the Sirius Council just embrace you. Receive their love, receive their appreciation. And in your own rhythm time, I invite you to only open up your eyes and stay with who you are in this here and now. So as you are staying in this here and now, embodying this experience, I want you to see and tune in within yourself what has changed for you. And many of you might not notice the change in this moment now, but some of you will. This is what embodied leadership is. When we are making a change and we are not going back. When we are choosing. And the choice is fully ours. When the value system is so strong as foundation that we are not changing our mind anymore. When there is no path to go back. How to always stay in the flow of your desired timeline is when you are accepting yourself fully. You are the desired timeline. When the embodiment and the change is happening, you are already in that flow, in the flow of co-creation, in the flow of receiving. Receiving yourself, other leaders, opening to co-creation. And some of you will have the tendency to go back to what you know, to go back to the old version of you, to go back to the same patterns and the same programs and the same way of responding to your reality and interacting with it. But my invitation, because this is such an incredible opportunity tonight and today, wherever you are in the world, my invitation is to not go back, to observe when those thoughts, when those default programs are coming and are seducing you into the old version of yourself. And this is what I'm teaching. I'm teaching how to stay into your desired timeline to a point where there is no turning back. And it's a choice. It always starts with a choice. The change starts with a choice within yourself that you are taking. And that choice is leading you more and more towards clarity, precision, embodiment, and to a ground that will never be different. So give me one word. I just want to know how you feel. And what I would like to do next, for the ones that wants to still receive. Let me look at the chat. Thankful presence, so elevating deeply fullness. Some of you might feel full already. Abundance, yes. Electrified, light. I love it. So the question that I start this transmission today, and I'm going back to it. Are you ready to embody the newer leadership codex? Because if you are, I'm inviting you to quantum leadership. And this is a semi-private container that I'm guided to co-create with the Arcturian Council of Light and Sirius Council for the newer leaders, for the mission souls. And it's only for 10 persons, because this is what I'm guided to invite, only 10 beautiful beings that will take a journey with me, a 9-month deep journey of evolution, followed by 3 months of integration, where we are going to go deep to decoding and deprogramming the scarcity programs, because all newer leaders are meant to be abundant. This is a birthright. It's not only for some people, it's for everyone. And in this program, I am guided to do abundance activations that I have not done before, because the Arcturian Council didn't quite let me. But now the Sirius Council and the Arcturian Council told me that I'm ready for this. So the abundance activations will come from activating your unique templates of abundance and letting go of the codependency patterns of trying to receive from others. Because what I have noticed when it comes to abundance templates, when we are receiving from different teachers, is like, if you are not able to integrate that template, you are not accessing any abundance. And if you are leaving the grid, those templates of abundance becomes obsolete. And so this is a codependency that is created. So what I'm guided to do with the Arcturian Council and Sirius Council is to activate the unique templates of abundance that exist within ourselves, which is a very interesting and different way of activation than I have experienced before. And in the New World Leadership, we are going to explore codexes of light, like different quantum technologies and codexes that are going to activate us into our sovereign power and to fully disconnect of what is not serving us through all timelines and dimensions. And of course, I want in this program to actually teach through showing the difference between the third dimensional leadership and fifth dimensional leadership. So I will also come and bring into discussion about like concepts and models and principles and theories and styles about leadership, what have worked and what have not worked in the third dimension, in the world we are actually living, and what is the new framework for a real leader. You know, what we actually can use, if I can say like that, because what's happening when we are doing the deprogramming and decoding of everything that we have experienced and we have been conditioned in the third dimension, there are some seeds that had been so deeply ingrained in our consciousness. If we are not going to the core of it, then everything can be recreated in our realities and in our third dimensional minds as all templates. So we want to make sure that we are deactivating old third dimensional templates and we are creating a framework. We are letting our mind expand to a point where we understand what is not working and how this planet is actually not working in the way it's governed and the way it's led, and what are the new frequencies that we need to embody in order for us to create sustainable integrative systems, to create sustainability on this planet, to create to create the most amazing way of co-creation that can last and that cannot be put it in any evaluation system, which I feel excited about it. And then we will go even deeper when it comes to activating our multidimensional system, quantum skills and abilities to embody self-mastery. We'll go deeper into the newer blueprint and what sovereignty is, and activating fifth dimensional consciousness. This is very important. We'll work a lot with quantum technology for the new earth. Not many people are able actually to work with quantum technology. Some of the people I know, they are, you know, using quantum technology in its in its function that is very limited. And there is also a need, you know, everyone that I know, it's also always in a need for more technology, more information, more quantum technology, but they are not even able to embody or use the basics. So my intention in this program is to teach the New Earth leaders how to be able to fully access. When I said fully access, not only 5% of the specification of a quantum technology, but fully access quantum technology from the fifth and sixth and seventh dimension. And I'm very excited because the journey that I'm going to take with these 10 beings, these 10 souls that we will embark on a 12-month container, is going to bring us into a leadership immersion, and is going to bring us into a co-creation at highest levels, where not only their mission will be activated, but we will create new systems of existence. We will start creating and embodying what truly is to be a New Earth leader. So time for visionaries has changed. You know, we are moving from having the visions and holding the timelines and frequencies into taking the actions. Because if we are not taking inspired actions in physical form, then we'll remain with a vision. We'll remain only with a desire on not accessing those timelines without actually embodying and living them. So I am excited for this, extremely excited. And the invitation is for 10 brave, courageous souls. And the ones that have worked with me, they know. When I say about, and I talk about courage, they know what that means. because everyone wants to go there. You know, everyone wants to embody higher consciousness. Everyone wants to become a newer leader. Everyone wants to be there. But the work is profound. And you know what? It was the last post that I mentioned, looking forward to meeting you in the depth of your being, because this is where we meet. When we are going into our leadership role, we need to know who we are in the depth of our being. So beautiful ones, it was a pleasure from me and the Acturian Council and the Sirius Council of Light to have you today in this field. We are 2 hours and 10 minutes of joy and bliss and happiness and realness. And it was an incredible honor to have you in this space with me tonight, in this vast space where we are emerging as a new earth consciousness, new earth leadership, and embodiment of who we truly are. And I am extremely excited to start this journey with these amazing 2 souls in the quantum leadership. And if you want to learn more about it, you can go on the website, and there is an application process, will be an interview process, because I know we'll receive many applications, but we can only select 10 people. And for the others that will, you know, it's always a co-creation with your higher self. So it's also about a level of readiness. And it was a pleasure, an honor, an excitement, a joy and bliss to be sharing this space and transmitting from Costa Rica, where the jungle is behind me. And I'm looking forward to continue the conversation with you all. I'm really looking forward to meeting you in this space once again and continue this conversation through the social media platforms and to feeling you even more, even deeper, and connecting with you. Until next time, I'm sending you all my love. You will all receive the replay by email, by the way, the ones that are live with me today. Yeah, someone is saying, love the crickets. And yeah, we have everything here. You know, I'm in a jungle, so there are crickets and geckos, and there is an abundance of beings. And until next time, I'm sending you all my love, beautiful ones. Many heartful and heartfelt blessings from my side. And looking forward to seeing you all very, very soon. Namaste. Love you all. Blessings.